Oh my god, what the? Gah! This dinky little computer is no match for my hands. Gah! His hands are going at such an intense speed that the friction is creating fire. This map was made by Miu. Is that what's bothering me? I understand. Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it? Huh? You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you? I never did anything like that. Don't forget why we're here, bro. You're not alone anymore. You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know. I'm so proud of you. You made friends with real people, not maps. I'm investigating. Just investigating. Damn, bro, they really said I have no friends because I'm just fucking investigating? What the hell? What is wrong with you people? Y'all so weird. It would seem Kokichi and Miu had made plans to meet each other. Meet each other? What's wrong? Well, you're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. The others think so too. What? I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Suichi Saihara before you're a detective. Don't ever forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Harakawa to be an assassin. Thank you, Maki. Was she being considerate just now? I believe so, brother. Oh, I should probably tell you guys this too, though it's probably not related to the case. Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't really provide any details, but something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you logged in. I think we're ready to get in this bad boy. Class trial in session. Oh crap, I should probably scoot in. I always forget to do this. Ahem, now then, let's begin with the basic explanation. And screw it, this is tiresome. You need more motivation. I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial. Damn, so he lied to us. He lied to us about him getting his motivation back. That's kind of ironic for this trial, isn't it? It seems like a lot of people are lying about what they've been up to in the virtual world, so. Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places? Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the black and as long as one of them's correct, it's fine. Daddy, are you sure you can make a decision like that so casually? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Thanks! Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now. What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that? Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here. Oh my, Himiko has become so determined. It's true, people really do change. But now she's lost what made her so unique. That's none of your business. We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify. Kaito's the culprit. What? Say that to my face. When we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder? Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit! Kaito right! Kaito couldn't have killed Miu! How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times since Kaide. The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. We got proof, baby. Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu was still logged in. That's when you poisoned her. Nope, sorry, Soichigayo. She didn't have dark red eyes. That's one of the things about the poison. They get bloodshot eyes. Her eyes were not bloodshot. He couldn't have poisoned her. Miu wasn't killed by the poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. Jesus Christ, I don't know eyeball words. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot. Oh, but Miu's body. That's right, her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison. Then what was that poison for? Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think that Miu died by poison. Then what was her real cause of death? Miu's real cause of death. The only one I can think of. Oh, the killing game simulator, right? I think that's what they're trying to go with. I mean, she was clearly strangled. She was strangled in the game. The way her body is manipulated, she was obviously, something was gripped around her neck. Do it grip the neck? It was, yeah, and that's why she's like holding herself almost like she was suffocating. So she was obviously strangled by someone. Miu's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file. Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock. In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator. Gunta has questioned. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on? If you don't understand, then don't say anything. If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world. So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters. Oh, it seems like Gunta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world. The one who searched the mansions were me, Suichi, Sumigi, Gunta, and the NPC Kaito. Hey, who you calling an NPC, you ASS? And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu. How could someone have given her fatal damage in that simulator? That's what we gotta think about. Now let's all work together. Oh, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though. That was uncalled for. Someday my chest will grow like crazy. I mean, to be fair, in the last game with Hyoko, you know, she was a little short spurt, you know, but like as we find out, because like we've just been spending our lives in the simulator. And our outside bodies, they were actually, like, growing up. Himiko actually, or not Himiko, fuck, they have, like, similar names. Hyoko actually hit a growth spurt, and then she actually, like, yeah, she grew some tatas, so. I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe Himiko has, like, a late growth spurt in the future. I don't know. Let's begin, then. The fatal damage that Miu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. I took the one. In the virtual world, Miu's fatal injury. Let's focus our efforts on that first. Whatever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer. It's gotta be with their bare hands. We certainly are blunt force. Certainly, blunt force was involved. I think strangulation might be the more likely cause. Soria Sansera! The way her body's manipulated has to be. She was strangled. Actually, I don't even have to say my brand name beverage today. It's actually chalky milk, so at least I can avoid maybe some of the burping. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm drinking chocolate milk out of my medieval times goblet, like chalice, goblet, I don't know. I'd say more, it's more like a chalice. And I got when I went to medieval times back in like 2010 or something. I don't know, I was pretty young. It was the first time I went, so. Miu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle. Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at. Right, and in the virtual world, it's connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death. Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that could make her look that suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when the victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe. Leave it to the ultimate assassin to explain how, you know, the rigor mortis body. Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses. In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world. But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim. Yeah, and if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her. Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope. Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd. Bro, Maki, you know, as much as I'd hate to, like, go through a trial where you're the killer, I give you every right to kill that fucker. Honestly, and you know, I wouldn't even vote for you. I would die in your place. You deserve it. If you could just kill that troglodyte for us, I will let you go. I will die in your place. But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one. Then they must have used something else as a rope. Something for a rope. I have an idea what it might be. Aw, damn, bro. No, damn, bro. That's fucked up. I found it during the investigation. Damn, bro, she really was killed in a shitty way then. Damn, bro, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. A shitty way to die from a shitty person. During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion. Is this toilet paper? Why would toilet paper, what would toilet paper be doing here? That's goofy. Aw, bro, you got strangled by toilet paper? Come on, man, that's... That's fucked up. I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her. Whoa, Gunta, hold, Gunta? Wait a minute, Gunta doesn't believe in me? What do you mean, Suichi? Huh? What's wrong? What's wrong? Suichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all! It's weird for Gunta to be, like, rebutting me, because he usually doesn't know anything. This no time for nonsense! You no can use toilet paper. In place of rope. It would tear! Soichigayo, Miu said objects can't break. And she even explained it in a rubber band sense. The rubber band would just stretch but never tear. The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable. Unbreakable? Unbreakable. Unshakable. Unshakable. Unbreakable. Unbreakable. You're so dumb, Gunta. You didn't even know that. If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope. Gunta not really understand, but Sorry, Suichi. Gunta was wrong. It's okay, Gunta. Don't worry about it. Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her. I agree. It was pretty shitty for a shitty person. A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic. But if Miu was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion? Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it and destroy the evidence. If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There must be a better place where they could have destroyed it. If the toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her? Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon just in case. Man, I guess maybe chocolate milk really do be making me burp too. Jesus Christ. It is good shit. Good soup. Just in case. No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer. No, but who else but the culprit would bring the hammer? Wait, we already know who brought the hammer. It was Miu herself. Indicating it seemed like she might have been planning a murder herself. Miu was the one who brought the hammer. Huh? Miu bring hammer? Remember what she told us. I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons. Which means she would be the only one to know about the hammer's existence. Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects. If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Miu must have left it on purpose. On purpose? But why she do that? Miu brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We need to make that clear. Sounds to me like she was gonna commit murder herself, my guy. Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it? To break... what the f... I can't even... Uses for the hammer. I know! Miu builds stuff with hammer. What is this, Minecraft now? She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or secretly to meet up with some... Oh, no, you fucking... Oh, I still got it! Get fucked! Sonia Sansana! I missed the V point, though. You little troglodyte, he tried to move his words out of the way. I hate him so much. Miu was going to meet up with someone in the virtual world. With me! I was supposed to meet up with Miu on the roof of the mansion. What? Is that true? I overheard them talking about it at the chapel. By the way, Miu asked me to meet up before we went to the virtual world. I totally forgot we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us. Wait, so Miu called Kokichi out? If Miu brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it. Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to kill Kokichi. Yes, sir, so she's not really an innocent party in this whole trial. She was trying to kill Kokichi. She was what? Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer, because remember, she also programmed his avatar to freeze up if she touched him. She was planning to murder him. If you wanted to prove this, you'll need to figure out Miu's plan, okay? Miu's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do this. It's showtime. I always forget. Is it access to accelerate? I think so. Yeah. Wait, do you think I can get two? Yo! He's clean with it. Clean with it. Who tried to kill Kokichi? I mean, didn't we already answer that? Thinking time. It was obviously Miu herself. Good! Where was Miu trying to kill Kokichi? Yo, I'm going 213 kilometers an hour? What the hell? What the fuck? That's kind of fast, bro. The afterlife? Yeah, I'm gonna meet up. Let's meet up in the afterlife. That's kind of goofy. Prepare to meet Kali in hell. What was the bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? Why was the bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? We already know what it is. It's poison. To divert. It was misplaced. Whoops, I dropped my poison. My bad. Whoopsie. Gosh, I'm such a klutz. I left my poison there. What was I thinking? Oopsie poopsie, I made a little fucky wucky. Left my poison out. She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world. She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world. So it wasn't Kaito who placed the poison, it was me. She did that too? What? Miu was the one who put the poison bottle there? No, that ain't right! Something's definitely weird about that. How so, my guy? When could she have put the poison there? If she placed the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point. And what if she logged back in? Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in and log out at all? Nope, I didn't see that at all. If she hadn't logged in or out, then Miu could have placed the poison, or couldn't have placed the poison. Then who put the poison bottle? The only person who logged out early was Kaito. Kaito, grave, your grave is 10 feet under. No, it wasn't me, you guys. If the poison is planted evidence, the question is when it was planted. If we determine if we determine the when, we might also determine the who. My bad, I think I must have, yeah, I know which one I need to shoot now. Logged out, Nope, I didn't see her at all. If she hadn't logged in or out, then Miu couldn't have placed the poison. Soichigayo, she logged in last. She was the last one to log in. Remember that scene? Remember when Kokichi punched Kibo in the virtual world and we were like discussing amongst ourselves about all the virtual world shit? It took her a long time to log in herself. It was Miu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this. And is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world? That's right. It says that Miu was the last of us to log in. The last of us? Yeah, what about it? If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in. That's right! She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat! This was all part of Miu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world. Make us think it happened in the real world. Then pin the crime on Kaito. Well, that's not my fault! Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose. So, she did that to me? Yeah, I'm positive of that. Miu used a method she could only she could use to log Kaito out manually. How did Miu log Kaito out? Oh, where is it? The cell phone, which we proved in the virtual world. It was the cell phone found on Miu's avatar. The cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it. Kaito Momota. He logged out, just as I thought. I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time. But Miu never mentioned a cell phone, right? That's why Suichi referred to it when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for murder. So, she really was planning a murder? And she tried to set me up. Well, I knew that from the start. Then why did you say I was the culprit? Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma? Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about? I wonder where Daddy's gonna get his motivation back. Yeah, if Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy. Huh? Mommy? Oh God, my head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't! What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together! Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Miu died and not me. What you mean? Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world. So that's why she decided to attempt a murder. Because she had total control. And the reason Miu was so insistent we go to the virtual world was... You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing you guys. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together. She was so insistent we go so she could kill us. What a shady person. Okay, but see, the thing is, listen, Miu is a character, all right. I'm not a super big fan of her character, but that's mainly for like the slutty jokes and stuff. But I still don't see her being someone that would kill someone. Especially because, like, her being an ultimate inventor, it's like she makes things for, like, the greater good of people, for people to use. Regardless of any way you look at it, it would kind of be a very poor investment if you decide to kill the people you're trying to make products for. If that makes sense. And at the end of the day, if she genuinely was trying to kill someone, at least she picked the one person that everyone hates. And that's Kokichi. She could have picked someone easy. Like Himiko. I mean, you know, I feel bad for saying it, but she her magic isn't real. Like, she's pretty much just like a girl with tricks. Like, that's all she got. It'd be so easy to just, like, beat the fuck out of her. You know what I mean? Like, if you chose anyone to kill, why not go for someone who's easy? And in that case, I mean, like, also just thinking about the facts is like, then anyone could kill her. Because it's like, I don't think there's a single person in this room that couldn't kill Himiko. I think she's probably one of the weakest people. I mean, yeah, okay, she's got her determination now or whatever, but come on. What's she gonna do? Throw a dove at you? Like, she probably is one of the easier people to kill. Maybe next to, like, Tsumugi. I mean, what does Tsumugi do? Can Tsumugi defend herself? I mean, if we're thinking about things like actually committing a murder and getting away with it, it'd probably be easier to kill someone who's not really going to fight back and leave evidence. But she chose to go after the one guy that's, like, actually being a douche canoe in this game. Like the one, like, villain of our group. I mean, he is the ultimate supreme leader. Just saying. So, like, I do have mad respect for her. The fact that she chose Kokichi to try and kill. I do have respect for her. So. Oh, crap, I keep hitting my stuff. I was sad that she was gone. But now that I think about it. Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideally fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial. Hey, Kokichi sorta sound like Monokuma. Really? That don't sound like him. Now I get it. That's why Monokuma has no motivation, because Kokichi's acting in his place. Right, duh. I didn't put that one together. I don't sound anything like him. No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards! You never speak the truth or show your true face. What? Oh, wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito. Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. What kind of cowardice? That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma. Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something? Yeah. I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Pooh hoo hoo. There, I did it. He's completely lost his drive, like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame. My head. Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I'll never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them. Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest. Of course I can. I don't need your permission. How long are you guys gonna argue? Let's hurry up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story. Huh? My story? You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as a victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right? Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu. You didn't? I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked. But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it. Easy. I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I don't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting. I remember. You and Gunta went off together when we first started looking. But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked. Huh? How should I know? Then who locked the door to the roof? I already told you. How should I know? When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying. What good would I be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know? Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that. What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell. Wait, there's no point arguing about it now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death. Truth? There was mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first. Well, Soichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands. So, what is this strange circumstance? Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place, but I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof. I see. Miu sent a bridge connecting to the mansion and the chapel into the river by herself. Whoops! My hand slipped. If that's the case, then Miu might not even have gone to the roof. Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise. If it's true, first we need to determine if Miu was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all? I think we have proof. And it's Tsumigi that's gonna help us. I don't think it was a ghost you saw. Miu was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion. No, Miu should have been at the chapel. Soichigayo! Because Tsumigi apparently saw her 10 minutes before we heard the crashing sound. Or a couple minutes, I forget when exactly. She saw her 10 minutes ago, and then we heard the crashing sound together when she explained everything. Miu must have gone to the mansion and have a witness. We have a witness. Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Miu pass by the window. Nah, then why didn't you say so sooner? Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Miu. Then how did she get to the mansion from the chapel? There must be some special method only Miu know, like with the cell phone. There's no doubt about it. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder. She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there. So, what secret method did she use? It won't be easy to figure that out. It's called a secret method for a reason. Yeah. Oh yeah, the secret method, like you hiding under the stairs during your water tank escape. Yeah. No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Suichi, everything will be A-okay. What? What are you saying? We can't just rely on Suichi all the time. This clash trial is for all of us. We're all here to solve it together. You would just slow down, Suichi. Shut up! I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now, I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Miu has some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. A way across that only Miu knew about. Like a hidden bridge besides the signboard, maybe? Or instead of bridge, Miu used some kind of vehicle to go over. Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone. Maybe there's a place you can cross without a bridge. A hidden route that only Miu knows about. Soria Sansera! She placed a hidden wall. She constructed a wall without our knowledge. And remember the whole like objects can pass through it and that she set herself up as an object? A hidden route that only she could pass through. That's it, Kibo. There's a hidden route only Miu could use. Huh? Was there really? Miu modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Miu added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set up that only objects could pass through. Kaito, I thought you believed in me, bro. I thought you were my soul, bro. My soul, bro? Why are you arguing with me? What happened? I thought you believed in me, bro. What is it, Kaito? Jeez, Miu set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Nothing to do with it? You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right. How did I make a mistake? Where's the mistake? My guy. We gotta figure out how she got from the chapel to the mansion, right? So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless. We gotta relook at this approach. Now wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all. Oh crap, I already started slash before I read it. That the wall Miu set up only lets non-human objects through. Humans aren't able to pass through it. Obviously, she didn't go through that wall. She's not just an object. Soichigayo! She set herself up that way though, my guy. Sorry. The wall wasn't the only thing that Miu changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object. From human to object? Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through the wall that only non-humans could go through. Is that right? Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. So, it's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you. Kokichi, enough. I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining. Heh, I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means that even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi. Okay. It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this. Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks. So, if Miu messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through, then her secret route was through that wall. That's right. Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Miu had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel. But even if she could walk through the walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Miu said, no, you're not trapped here. Beyond the wall is the end of the world. Literally. Past the wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there. She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side. Miu lied? Huh. I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now. That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her. Kokichi, you don't have to go that far. Stop it! Don't badmouth mommy. Monotaro? Listen to you, talking about mommy like she was terrible, lying whore. But mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world. Oh, there wasn't, huh? Hey, you can't tell them such an important hint. Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true. Oh, shoot! Ah, jeez, you're lucky you're cute. Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Miu to get the cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes. So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then the setting was meaningless. But is that really the truth? Miu wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan. Yes, Miu definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world. Mystery of virtual world. There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we determine why, we will also determine what Miu was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall. Alright, let's clear up all those strange occurrences. Yeah, Gunta will help, even though Gunta not know what you're talking about. Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about one thing. Remember, the thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences? The events that led us there. It was the loud noise. You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen? And then we heard Kibo's voice too. I wonder why. Gee, I wonder why we heard a crashing sound on the chapel side And we also heard Kibo, who was in the chapel from the mansion. I wonder why. It's almost like maybe there's a, I don't know, I'm hypothetically speaking here, but it's almost like there seems to be some sort of fake wall between the mansion and the chapel. But I can't really piece the clues together, but it's just something seems a little sus about it. I'm sorry. Bang! What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but... You all heard that sound too? Yes, in the mansion's kitchen. But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion? First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did the sound really come from the chapel? That sound was definitely hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud. Yeah, we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well. For now, let's check outside. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close. You heard my voice too? What? That is pretty strange. Exactly. There has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world. Oh, well, okay. Well, let's check that answer later and try to find the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there? Kokichi talked like he noticed something, pretending not to know? Even Ganta is suspicious of me. I always thought you would be the one to trust me. So sorry, Ganta not mean it like that. There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again. What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Suichi? Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Miu in the mansion or the loud noise. I need to remember everything. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Oh, shit. Oh, tits. Oh, tits. Oh, tits. Oh, tits. Oh, tits. Oh, tits. I don't think it's over here. Ooh, there. Drop the bass. Fuck. Yeah. We are baby, we are blood. Oh, do I want to? I might have fucked it. No. Oh, I didn't. Oh, he clean with it. I got fucking like, dude, 1,000 IQ is running through my brain right now. The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me. How did it get washed up on the mansion side if it was on the chapel side? It's almost like, the river runs in a certain pattern. So, if it ran through the chapel side, but then ended up on the mansion side, Are you piecing it together? Are you piecing it together? Keep in mind, Miu drew the map outline as well. Just saying. Odd how? We mentioned it before, but Miu dropped the sign in the river. Whoops, my hand slipped. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it. Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm more confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Damn, another taxi? Dude, they really want to drag out this trial. These take like at least like 4 minutes to do. Man, you know what? If they were going to give me 2 taxis, I probably should have got like the taxi thing then. Oh, they actually moved him. Oh, shit. At which point was the signboard swept away? Thinking time. The river, of course. It was swept away by the river, so like that was the point at which it was swept away. I guess I never realized they did pause the timer for thinking time. So yeah, this probably actually does like take about 4 minutes. Takes longer than it. Oh wow, they actually, wait, they gave me like free time. Because the timer didn't start till like after I collected those first few words. Interesting. You see how little I pay attention? I just kind of, I collect these little cubes. The game's like, hey, collect these little cubes. So I'm like, sure, bud. I'll collect these little cubes. Where is the end of the river? Thinking time. Obviously the chapel side. Or so we think. That's what we're led to believe. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? The mansion side. I like how I just like, I run over the women to get them in my car. Like, what the hell? This seems kind of fucked up. Oh wait, we're getting a damn, we're getting a fourth hoochie? Goddamn. Suichi hogging out here. Damn, bro. Save some poo for the rest of us, brother. Goddamn. Goddamn. Oh. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard flow? Against the current. But how is that possible? How indeed? Ooh, good chalky milk. It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Miu drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. Obviously, because it's an object. So how indeed did it go through the wall and end up on the mansion side? It's almost as if the maps are flipped. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks. The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side. Hold up! Didn't Miu stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back. But we remember, we already confirmed she went through the secret way. Why she would leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded? Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happen have to connect with each other somehow. Connect how? A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected? I don't know, but Suichi should know, right? What? We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you. So how are they connected? Do you know, Suichi? Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall. Where is it? Oh god, I don't know where it is. Please help me. Oh, where is it? Well, it should be... Oh my god, I couldn't find it. Holy shit. I was panicking there for a second. I'm not good at the NSFW speedruns. I can't find it. It might have to do with the wall that only objects can pass through. The signboard was an object. And if it went through the wall, how did it end up on the mansion side? Oh my gosh, it's almost like that's the wall. That wall connects the chapel and the mansion. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Miu set to allow objects through, I see. It's a wall only non-human objects can pass through, or non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right? Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion? The only way it could do that is that if the wall has a warp zone, but it's not, right? That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Suichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean? Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river, how did the signboard pass through upstream and downstream? Downstream and upstream are connected. What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't the cutoff point at the wall near the chapel. It goes to the other side because the map sections are flipped. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it. What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through, though. Yes, and that makes sense because if you put the maps, if you flip them horizontally, the walls that we think are the ones that she added would then connect to the one wall she added. Boom, boom, boom! Right, even in the river, if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too. Wait, in that case, I got it! I know why Miu only set up one wall. Nah, what are you talking about? The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls, they're the same fucking wall! The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall. The same wall? It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is you pass through the wall by the chapel and you come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi. Just tell us. Shh.
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch.
If both the
river and the wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Suichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. There. The world loops.
Let's go down to the cruiser and get some loops. For my brother.
Yes, that's it! The virtual world is a loop!
A loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off to the left side of the screen and reappears on the right. Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop. The virtual world loops? What in the world? Exactly. If that is true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of the same wall upstream. Yes, because it's connected that way. Which is why it would explain us hearing the thud of the chapel as well as Kibo's voice. Because they're quite literally, like, next to each other. And floated with the current until they got caught in the rocks. What was the world like before Miu added the wall? Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop. Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy? A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happen.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard the one sound of Orkibo's voice. Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point. What if that isn't the map loading point? What if Miu herself lied about the whole virtual world like we already can prove? She split the map somewhere else down the middle, which is the map loading point we think it is, and then, you know, separated the maps that way to get us to think that the mansion comes first from the left side to then the chapel on the right, when it should be the chapel on the left and the mansion on the right. Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts. Where the loop starts? Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel? No, that's what we were led to believe. Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop, it's actually divided where she divided it. The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. There it is, folks. And see, the rocks connect too. But there you have it. I wonder where, with the waterfall, I wonder how that kind of really, I guess the waterfall is just kind of a waterfall, but. Also, I wonder if she set it up to where, you know how, there's kind of, more greenery and trees up top, like that? Well, it doesn't really connect with the chapel side. That's just kind of, all snow. So I wonder if she kind of played into that more when setting up the whole world, that, she made it appear as if the mansion was left and the chapel was right. But the loading point was actually at the edges. So the wall Miu created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world. I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with the wall between them, and any sound emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily. That's right, that's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi. For you to get this far, yes, you are useful indeed.
For you to get this far? What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
No, Miu pulled the strings here, not me, remember? Miu also set this trap.
It all began when Miu showed us the map.
Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem further away from each other. But the structure
of the world wasn't actually like that. They were next to each other. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop. By putting that wall in the center of the world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Miu showed us the map, we were caught in her trap.
Which is why you'll come to realize as we go through this trial, if you think back to like the investigation and everything, or just us being in the virtual world the first time, there's a lot of foreshadowing. There's a very lot of foreshadowing, because I think when I inspected the map, and like the way Miu explained, or like how Kokichi was talking with Miu about the map, I think Shuichi in his head brought up like there was something off about Miu's response. So it's like from the very beginning, like, yeah, she was lying about everything. And it's like it kind of foreshadows like, oh, well, she made the map. And we fell right into her trap.
But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior.
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we would never solve this mystery. That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome?
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got into an exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works after all.
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again. No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miu. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would be all for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. For who used Miu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miu? That's why they call it a mystery, my guy. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. Monophane's period is late, too. Father, why would you know Monophane's cycle? Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to lack of hibernation. Lack of hibernation? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? Is it because you have a lot on your mind? Is it because the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage? Is it because you don't want them to think you're just goofing around? Is it because you want to stay friends? Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's going into hibernation. We should let him be. Yo, yeah, you're right. Night, night. What a weird conversation. I mean, bears do gotta hibernate. Don't be sleep deprived. I'm gonna start hallucinating. My head! Monotaro, pull yourself together! I feel like I'm forgetting something important to me, but I just can't. My head hurts so much, I just can't remember. If you've forgotten, maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know. Wait, they really did have a kid? Hold on, I thought, wait. What is happening? Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father? I'm so confused. The mono, dude, the Cubs lore is just getting out of hand. I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. They're all just, from the day that what was it, Mono Kid started losing his mind, like, I don't get the lore anymore. It's just, they're just so bizarre. And then they just, like, Monodam, I thought Monodam was going to be a thing, like, he was going to be, like, a secret undercover agent that was, like, killing, like, Monokuma from, like, the inside out, because he was on his whole, like, we should be friends, and everything. So, like, I thought there was something there, but then he killed himself because he got bullied so hard. It's like, what the hell's going on, man? What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after all. More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off. We understand Miu plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Miu's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Miu manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and the mansion. And then, wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world and then pin it on Kaito. As for Miu's alibi in the real world, she could say she was logged into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Whoops, my hand slipped. How many times are we going to see this scene? It's like Batman's parents getting killed.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's roof. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out at that time too.
That's when I saw Miu. Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed. She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe. That's when culprit killed her? That's probably what happened. If the culprit killed her and on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof? Perhaps. I don't think Miu did it. If Miu locked it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious. Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead. She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things! Killing game bad, not Miu. Miu not bad person. Don't you think we could have been friends if things different?
That might have been difficult. Even without this killing game. That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh, no way, Jose.
Huh? Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Miu was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Miu's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right? So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar. Now that we know that the mansion and the chapel were actually next to each other, but the problem is the wall between them. Only Miu was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to. Then you're saying the culprit sent Miu's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Miu's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Good to not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because your avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength? Equalized? That's the problem! Good to know can't protect everyone if that happens!
Jeez, keep up with us. You're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Miu's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Bang. Oh! What was that sound?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Miu there. Right? If so, then I think the sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that the noise is related to this case. We need to figure out what that sound could have been. It might be a clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard into something else. So what were those two things? It could be... It was obviously Miu smacking up against the chapel wall. I think the sound came from Miu's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Miu colliding with the wall. If that's the case, Miu's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from inside the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Miu's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything? I wonder if it's because he was there at the scene of the murder. I wonder why he knows everything. I think we have a Byakuya / Mondo murder case here. He probably fucking witnessed everything and is now leading us through the whole damn thing. Just so he could, I don't know, for his own cruel ploy to draw out how everyone shouldn't work with each other. Because at the end of the day, what we truly already have figured out is that the victim of this case actually did indeed plan to murder someone. If she herself was not murdered by whoever obviously was there, I'm not going to throw too many details, but obviously she was killed by someone who knew all of this and kind of used her own gimmicks in the virtual world against her. But Miu's not 100% innocent. Even if she was trying to go kill Kokichi, we think about it that way, even the people we thought were friends are betraying us. So that's kind of what he's getting at. I'm sure he's drawing out all this bullshit oh, you can't trust friendship, yada, yada, yada. So, but he probably knows. He knows who the culprit is. So I guess, and keep in mind, before we logged out of the virtual world, Kokichi did bring up that he wants to work together with me. So I think he's really trying to, see my potential more. But I think he knows the answer. That's why he's dragging this class trial out. Obviously, you can't have a Danganronpa game without the class trial too, but for lore purposes, yeah, I think Kokichi's pulling a Byakuya and kind of manipulating this trial because he knows the answer.
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, we could talk about that after we figure this problem out.
a way of transporting Miu's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel, getting Miu's avatar to crash into the chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think of how to do that.
Hey, Suichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Yo, what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. At the slope face to the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
Kokichi is talking as if he's got the whole thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve this case. How to make Miu hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer. Bangman's Bambit. Oh, hidden Monokuma. Yeah! Got him! Fuck you, bitch. Who do you think you are? I am. They slid her off the roof. And with enough momentum, send her flying through the wall, crashing into the chapel. The culprit used the slope roof as a slide for Miu's avatar. A slide? Nah, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Miu's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum. Yes! But why indeed was there a lattice on the chapel side that was removed from the rooftops storage room? Hypothetically speaking, if you put Miu's body on the lattice, you could theoretically slide her off the roof.
No, it would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shuma said.
Who the hell is Shumai? Oh, it's a pupil of Ramen Man? What? He's a pupil of Ramen Man. I'm sorry, my hobby slipped in. I'm positive that's how Miu's avatar was moved, but maybe the culprit used something else as well to help her body slide. Well, I kind of already spoiled this non-stop debate. Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
Oh, damn, I couldn't get the whooshes. If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof, but not frozen solid, right? You still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing around, though. Soichigayo! No, wait! There was something that could have been used to help Miu's body slide. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Miu's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that and used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone. The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, 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 ding. That's correct. After the culprit killed Miu on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on the sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel wall. I like how they like animated all the like funny things in the virtual world too, like all the like outside stuff that we didn't get to see. The impact made all of her belongings shatter, including the hammer and cell phone, scatter. Just like the hedgehog who loses his rings whenever he crashes into stuff. I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog. Why is he like a world-renowned mascot? That's why you hate him?
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new family.
Yay, father! Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Soichi, do you know who the culprit is?
The culprit.
Yeah, in the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh? But Gunta can't believe one of us killed Miu.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects, meaning the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from Miu, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Tsumugi, Soichi, and Gunta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Oh, you got me.
That's right, 5 suspects. Me, Tsumugi, Gunta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. But what reason would they have to lie? I'll need to press them for information before making any judgments. Yeah, I know it's not him, but I really want it to be him, but he knows everything. I believe he was there. He was there at the scene of the crime. Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Soichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine, I'll expose your lie right now.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Miu showed us the map. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me. How would you know?
How does he know? How does he know? How does he know?
This is the one I needed. You did go to the roof.
Wakata! Soka!
When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
How does he know the door was locked if he never went? If you were in the salon the whole time, brother, how would you even know the door was locked?
How does he know? How does he know? How does he know?
But later you said...
Since the mansion was on the top of the hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. At the slope faced at the chapel wall, on top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff? You could probably see the steep slope from the roof of the outside the mansion, but you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's all this about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous? Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Oh wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Yeah? Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Oh, you so clumsy girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really said that? She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight.
Stop them, Grandpa. All the terrible fighting is bad for the baby. Yeah, Grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born. You know, I got a sneaky suspicion Monokuma's just gonna kill his kids in the end. He's gonna be like, I'm tired of them little shits.
I mean, they're cute and all, but fuck them.
I'm not gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
You're so damn stubborn. How much longer are you going to behave like this? We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up, no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If you don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
Are you? I'm not lying. The rooftop was locked and I couldn't get it open. So what did Kokichi do? I turned back at once, of course. I stayed in the salon the whole time.
Perjury, baby. Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited for a while. You never showed up. What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Suichi? So who are you guys gonna believe, Suichi or me?
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Suichi. I believe Suichi 100%. The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. No, Himiko points to Suichi.
Oh, fuck yeah. I get Himiko points? Fuck yeah. That'll be 10 points from Gryffindor. Good, take them. Shove them up your witch ass. I don't give a shit. But to go to the salon, Suichi would need to pass by me in the dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Suichi there. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Oh well, I'll believe Suichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but got to believe Suichi too. Oh, I see. I wanted at least Gunter to believe me.
Hey, what comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know. For some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny a whole that just because it's a lie, then that means you are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst.
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you? Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably killed...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Suichi. I won't let you do any detective work or deduction or mystery solving or anything.
Uh-oh?
So I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess? A confession? So you are the culprit after all? Confessing.
I came up with a plan after Miu asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly too, so I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me a rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning to murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked with Monokuma? I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator. You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right? No fair! Monokuma can't take sides! I didn't help him with anything. I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, he doesn't violate the rules. Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Shh! Calm down! I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma. So let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you, I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well, then, the culprit is Gunta.
What?
Huh?
Oh, fuck. And you know what's sad about this game? I know he lies a lot. But this one's actually the truth. It's so fucking heartbreaking. God! Fucking hurts, man! What did you... Wait! When did Gunta kill Miu? That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying! Why you... Now you're trying to pin things on Gunta? I'm sorry. I'm actually not kidding with you, y'all. I'm not kidding with you. There is actual proof it's Gunta. Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie? Yeah, there's no way Gunta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not smart.
The truth is, Gunta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game. As the killing game busters.
What? Busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What do you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with the murder plan, and Gunta carried it out. Gunta what? Why are you more surprised by that the first thing I said? 'Cause Gunta have no idea what he's talking about. Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gunta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you. No matter how naive Gunta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi. But remember, he did. He did. He was watching Kokichi. He left with it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go through this trial, man. It hurts. It hurts. How? How the fuck are they gonna make Gunta the culprit, man? Come on. That is beyond fuck. That is the most left ball fucking curve they could have given us. I can't even believe it. That is like the biggest. I was never expecting it to happen. Ah!
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gunta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gunta to escape from his crime. Yeah, you're a terrible person. How dare you use Gunta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gunta. I didn't want Suichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out! I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gunta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring up emotions in the class trial. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Suichi?
What?
Gunta not understand what's going on. But still, Gunta not kill Miu. Gunta really not know anything. Also, Gunta not tell lies. And Gunta not make trouble for others. 'Cause that's not how gentlemen act. That's why Gunta not culprit.
Yeah, Gunta's not lying. I could tell just by looking at him. I already used my magic to check. Gunta's definitely not lying. Oh my god. I'm like biting my fucking fingernails and like, there's a reason. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. I don't wanna convince it's Gunta. I don't wanna accuse Gunta, man. My sweet innocent boy. You killed her. You killed her, my guy.
Now let me ask you guys, if it's not Gunta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course.
Come on, there's already proof that I couldn't have killed Miu.
There's already proof? Ooh, something popped up on my dashboard, sorry.
Oh, did you forget already? Then, let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
There is proof.
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Miu was killed. Miu got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Miu would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it wouldn't have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
Are you talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you just strangled her from behind. In which case, even if she did resist it, the most she could do is merely touch the culprit. Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So he just kept strangling her. If she touched him, he would have been paralyzed. Suichigayo, it can't be Kokichi! That means it has to be Gunta! Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Miu. Why wasn't it possible?
Miu modified my avatar so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Miu touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I wouldn't have killed her instantly, such as stabbing her or hitting. So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
What? Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly. But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible. All she has to do is touch him. You could easily just... If someone's strangling you from behind, they obviously have to be close. All you have to do is reach a hand behind you and they're fucked. It can't be him.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait! What if it was something besides strangulation then? Like... There's no doubt Miu was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Miu is Gunta Gokuhara. This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gunta not killed Miu! It's true! You got to believe Gunta! Gunta would never hurt anyone! I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gunta would kill. He won't even kill bugs. I believe Gunta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies. Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gunta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it. I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions. Right, Suichi? You think so too, don't you? Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone. Huh? It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this. What? You mean you want to suspect Gunta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Suichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to.
Oh, the irony.
It's all thanks to Kaito.
Oh, it's all thanks to Kaito that Suichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Suichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Suichi, Gunta really not do it. Gunta not culprit. Please, believe Gunta.
I want to, Gunta, but I can't. I can't. I know it's you. I know it's you, Gunta. I don't want to do it, man. Trust me, Gunta, this is going to be harder for me than it is for you. It's like that meme where like the dude's like crying with the gun, like shooting. Like, gotta put you down, Gunta. I'm sorry. We might as well discuss it. What? As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gunta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision. You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's trying to split us up. Suichi, open your eyes. But... Hold it! Sorry to ruin the tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now. So, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds. So we're gonna do it again. Why, Suichi? Why don't you understand? You're my sidekick, aren't you? Kaito, of course I want to believe. I don't want to think that he killed someone. But as the ultimate detective, I can't turn away from the truth. I need to find the truth.
Oh my god.
I sure hope Gunta doesn't block his words with his big fat head, though. I will get mad. I did buy that one skill that should give me, like, the hint that I need to look for. Could Gunta have committed the murder? It's impossible. It's possible. Suichi, are you saying that Gunta is the culprit? I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out. Gunta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gunta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed? The entrance it was all separated from rooftops from the mansion. Exterior. Fuck, I can't. Oh my god. There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall. No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall. And Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Miu. That's impossible because Kokichi's avatar has a special setting.
Gunta not kill Miu! Honest!
The truth is, Gunta could have murdered Miu. Wow, we were really on like the lopsided. It was just three of us debating everyone else. I'm glad Kibo at least like stuck with me too. Like that'd be hella fucked if it was just me and Kokichi just like sitting here like, oh, it's possible. That's fucked up, man. That doesn't seem very evenly split if you ask me, but whatever, Monokuma. In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gunta is the culprit, we have to discuss it. That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gunta? That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, we have to find the truth.
But Gunta telling truth. Gunta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gunta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to prosecute Gunta like this. Gunta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
Yo, Gunta's getting head? You get head? Okay, Gunta go find head.
Oh, it fucking hurts, man. He's such a sweetheart. I agree with Sumiki. Like, I don't want to do it, but
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't.
But Gunta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know. God, why are you so dumb? Gunta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen. You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Hey, now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you want to do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gunta, argue back already. Just make an excuse or whatever.
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't even want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care. We want to live, so stop getting in our way.
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently. Maki, please, calm down. I mean, that's her boyfriend she's talking about, so. Her real fake boyfriend.
Sorry. It's Gunta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gunta telling truth. Gunta really not culprit. Cause Gunta not know anything. Really. Cut it out already. That's all you've been saying this whole time.
You're the one that needs to cut it out. Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gunta. This whole time, Gunta's been saying he doesn't know anything.
Gunta not understand either. Miu like this when Gunta wake up.
Oh, is it sinking in? Is it sinking in how we know now it's Gunta? Is it sinking in for you? Just think back to all the clues we gathered. Think back all the truth bullets. There's still a few we haven't used.
Gunta was sleeping too. Had strange dream. Gunta not understand anything. Gunta not know. Murder already happened when Gunta wake up. But what this happened? Why this happened? Why Miu killed? Gunta not understand. Gunta not understand anything. Cause Gunta have no idea what he's talking about.
But when exactly did he start using that defense? Fuck, man! That's it. It was after he logged out. That means... Did Gunta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
The accident that hurt Gunta. That was... Gunta put his headset on wrong and forgot everything that happened! No! I don't want. He did it! He committed the murder! Not my Gunta! Oh man, it hurts, man! Fuck! Why do you have to do this to me, man? Fuck you! Fuck Kokichi! Fuck this trial! Fuck everything! Fuck Danganronpa! Fuck the Danganronpa devs for making Gunta commit a murder! You sick bastards! How could you do this to my mans? How could you do this to him? He's sweet and innocent. He doesn't know much, but come on, man. Ah! I mean, to be fair, it does make for the perfect murder. The last guy you would ever suspect. The last guy you would ever suspect to commit a murder has committed a murder. When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred. Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in. an avatar user error? Ever since Gunta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand. That's because Gunta doesn't understand the virtual world, right? That wouldn't explain why he doesn't remember anything. That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error. What you mean? If that error is what's affecting Gunta, and it's making him forgetful and loopy, then what was the error? What could it have been? Damn, they really making me do the Bangman's Bandits. He lost his memory. I believe it's possible that Gunta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world. Huh? He doesn't remember? You stated saying, I don't know anything after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Miu.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around! Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused. Gunta told us he was bad with computers, remember? Memory or no memory, Gunta never hurt anyone. Gunta is not the culprit. I know it sounds crazy. It's no wonder it's hard to believe, but this is the truth. So you're telling me Gunta doesn't remember a thing about the virtual world? Isn't he just confused? If there was a glitch, it should have affected all of us. But because we were all okay... I gotta shoot this. There was no glitch! Soichigayo, he put his headset on wrong! He plugged the ports in wrong! The cause of the error that affected Gunta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log you into the virtual world. Put the red consciousness cord in the right port and the blue memory cord in the left. Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know. I never done that before. Probably gets all glitchy or something. I think that Gunta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with the memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world.
What? Gunta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Huh? How Gunta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gunta holds chopsticks with this hand.
Nah, that's your left hand.
What?
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. He committed this murder because he improperly put in the instructions. No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, at the end of the day, Kokichi obviously, probably got Gunta to commit the murder. Obviously, Gunta himself still being, because your avatar is, embodiment of you. I'm sure Gunta was still Gunta in the world, but somehow Kokichi probably convinced him to kill Miu. But still, I can't believe this whole fucking thing happened because Gunta misunderstood instructions and misplugged in the cords because he eats food with his left hand. Oh my god, no! No!
Looks like it's decided.
What's decided?
He's wrong. Isn't he Gunta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gunta not remember. Gunta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gunta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gunta wake up, Miu dead. Gunta not know what happened. So Gunta worry. Gunta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gunta try his best to understand. Gunta imagine real hard. Gunta go find head.
Oh my god, no.
That's enough, Gunta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me. And killing me.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gunta not killed Miu! Cause why would Gunta do that? Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this! And besides, Gunta's got no motive to kill Miu.
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you! Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan this anyway? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but why have someone else carry it out? Is the person who planned it also included as a blacken with the perpetrator? Nope, only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blacken, which is actually different from how it is originally. It's whoever the mastermind of the killing. So, unfortunately, yes. You know what? Danganronpa devs, I'm going to slap you on the tush for that one. I am sorry, but I can't stand by this. Because in the other games, if there was ever an accomplice, it's always whoever orchestrated the plan was the blacken. In this case, it should have been Kokichi. But they changed the rule for this one, and whoever actually just commits the murder is the blacken. Which is bullshit. So Kokichi should have gotten his ass thrown out, but instead Gunta has to take his place. Thus proving also that Gunta was the ultimate bodyguard because he protected Kokichi and all this and committed murder for him. Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder. But Gunta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this? Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is the most important in the class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
Well, all agree that Gunta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use your process of elimination. Which means, Suichi, you'll be my partner, right?
Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin.
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with this, your selfish bullshit! Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Suichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
The reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated as suspects is because they didn't have access to the crime scene. They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they? The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall.
Oh, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
He was logged out. Kaito was logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Yeah, Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Suichi is super on point, so let's move to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Tsumugi, Suichi, and me. Tsumugi and Suichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
We have solid alibis. We were together. We were the only people on the search that were together. Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the top of the roof during that time, since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Suichi and Tsumugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
He couldn't have killed her. If Miu touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And, who was that again? Well, who was it?
Don't answer, Suichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap! There's only one suspect left. Only one person could have done this. This is like the fucking hard. This is probably even harder than Kurumi, man. This is as hard as it was with Chiaki. I didn't want to do it either. Fuck, man. That just fucking hurts. Like, literally, they had to remove, like, my two favorite characters of this series, man. Fuck. I mean, I like other people, but damn. That just... That's... Oh, they really hit you right in the fucking heart, man. God. Oh. Because it's like, I feel like they know popular characters, you know what I mean? And it's like, they're gonna take, like, oh, who's the last person you'd expect? And we're gonna make them the murderer. It's like in the first game, the whole plot twist was like, oh, Junko was actually alive, and that, like, Murkuro Ikusaba was just pretending to be her, and because, like, she was killed, like, right almost at the fucking beginning. That, like, oh, well, Junko's, like, dead, so it can't be Junko as the mastermind. It's like, oh, lo and behold, the one person that you're pretty much supposed to suspect that she's dead is the culprit. It's like the second game with the whole, like, who's the traitor. Obviously, one of the last people you probably suspect is Chiaki, because Chiaki did nothing but help us. Especially, like, Hajime, like, coming up with deductions and stuff. Like, Chiaki was always there helping everyone. But then you come to realize that, like, the traitor isn't the bad person. The traitor's on, like, the side of hope. But even still, it didn't stop from Kaito's... Not Kaito. Nagito's ultimate luck from making her the suspect. Because obviously, when we threw all the fire gas grenades it was just pure his fucking luck that she was the one that technically hit him with the noxious gas. So I guess in a theory, at least with Chiaki's case, it wasn't like full on like she blatantly committed murder and is like, oh no, yeah, because like in this instance, Gunta really did strangle Miu. He straight up fucking used toilet paper to strangle the fuck out of her and just forgot that he did it. But in Chiaki's case, it was like, oh, I just grabbed the one noxious grenade by some pure fucking chance and killed him. And it was all Nagito's plan to weed out the traitor anyway. So we can't really fault Chiaki for it, but still, that was like the most heartbreaking fucking deduction I had ever made in these games, because Chiaki is literally my #1 favorite character. How can you not love the Ultimate Gamer? Come on now. But it just, yeah. That was the most heartbreaking fucking trial, simply because you had to accuse Chiaki of committing murder. And it's like the whole fucking time she's like, you can do it, Hajime. You can do it. Like I believe in you. It's like, just do it, please. Like, for everyone's sake. It's like, oh my god, you can't. Like, please, just get mad at me or something, please. Like, you being like a sweetheart about it is like making it worse for me. Like, I'm literally in tears playing this game. It's so fucking sad. But anywho, that's a completely different game. Let's get on with it. We're almost to the end here. It's Gunta. Suichi!
Yep, Gunta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly, a truth without any lies. Miu Iruma's killer is Gunta Kokuhara! Really? Did Gunta really do it? Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forget everything, so oh well. You forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting, so better than nothing. If Gunta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast, especially since he's an idiot.
That is true, and he wouldn't have hidden the fact. He truly probably would have confessed if he actually genuinely did it. Everything is pointing at him. It's without a shadow of a doubt, unfortunately. Hold on, I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gunta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill. Kaito.
I already said this 1,000,000 times. Kaito, you shouldn't use emotions to...
You want proof? I've got your proof.
Huh?
After Tsumugi and Suichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
Oh, Suichi and Tsumugi.
Gunta, did you see Kibo around here anywhere?
No, Gunta not see him.
Gunta. Kokichi said it himself. When Miu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gunta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact. You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Suichi and Tsumugi ran in when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up. Normally, Gunta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gunta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't deny Gunta's the culprit. Congrats, Gunta.
What? Really?
It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right, and this horrible trial would just end. But no, that's wrong. What? Just because Gunta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh? Looks like Suichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive. Whose side are you on, Suichi? Kaito, please. Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie? Kaito! Fine then, I'll tear your sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up. I can't doubt my detective work now. If I want us all to survive, I can't back down. Oh, hell yeah, we fighting the spaceman. Oh shit, he's starting off with that? Not bad. Damn, we're gonna remove his space pamper. No! That's the source of his power! It was the toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion. He climbed down using it and disposed of the evidence. That's why he was outside, exactly where the toilet paper was left. The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground. The toilet paper? The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion. Hold on, if they used the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they needed to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about that.
Of course I am. I'm gonna believe in Guts until the very end. No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to. What? Yes, the place where the toilet paper was tied down. The fucking binoculars. Ah! The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And they used the double up toilet paper side to climb. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct, because I came up with that idea.
Really?
But I thought I told Gunta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way, and then threw it somewhere close by.
It's so bizarre to think that, like, But I guess the thing is, along with the Avatar error and the memory loss, maybe he just wasn't acting himself. Like, it's so bizarre that, like, Kokichi could convince Gunta to kill someone. Like, that's what I genuinely don't get. Like, why the hell did Gunta do this? He still should have been himself in the virtual world, but I guess because of the Avatar error, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just like an empty shell waiting to take orders, and that's why he did it.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot. So the whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled. That it's...
So, it true. Gunta really killed Miu. But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gunta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gunta do such terrible things?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime for...
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is going to get him to confess, it's me. Gunta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, alright? Let's end this together.
Okay.
Oh man, this is fucking fucked up, man.
Oh boy, here we go!
This case began last night. After being convinced by Miu, we all logged into the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So we all plug those cords into our helmets and enter the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind would commit murder. But we had no idea this error ever happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Miu was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Miu confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Miu modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Miu explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses. So she explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Miu was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Miu's plan against her and plotted to murder her. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seemed as though, right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Miu had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gunta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Miu investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Miu's plan. At the chapel, Miu told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion. Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was a trick to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and the chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Miu's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went up to the mansion to split up and look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Miu was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Miu had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through, and Miu had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route that she prepared herself, to set up a wall that only she could pass through. Miu headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then she spoke the name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito, who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Miu were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with the culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Miu. While Miu was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Miu. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Miu's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock would kill Miu in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Miu's body on top, along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With the body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel, and what we heard in the mansion. Miu's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had then had to get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled out the toilet paper and retrieved it. They would have to return it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case, because the culprit doesn't remember. This is the truth you've forgotten. Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist. Gunta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry, Gunta not really understand. 'Cause Gunta not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gunta trust everyone. Gunta. But why? Gunta kill Miu. Forget everything. Gunta even think he not do anything bad. Then Gunta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gunta do such terrible thing?
Gunta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gunta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time! We should finish up the class trial.
But is this the right answer? You're not being fooled by Kokichi? For once, I wish that we were. Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of an ending. It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it's bound to happen eventually. It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh, Monotaro, you're even starting to look like a father.
Yeah, I gotta get my act together for the baby. Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin. The heart-racing excitement as the Blackened and the Spotless face off. It's voting time! I mean, I feel like he didn't mean to do it, but... Boop, 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 boop. It seems the voting is finished. Now then, let's see the result. It's probably Kaito that voted for Kokichi. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? You know, honestly, I kind of wish we made the wrong one. I don't even want to, no, I'm not even going to say a one-liner or something or try to make a one-liner. This is beyond fucked, man. I feel so bad. It shouldn't have been Gunta, man. That just sucks. Man. You know, I'll at least give them that, wow. That, at least they waited till the end with, you know, closer to the end. Because, I mean, what? We got maybe 2 class trials left. And usually, like, the 6th one, because, like, chapter 6 is usually, like, the end. It's literally just, like, a full-on, full-blown investigation. There's no, like, special things or whatever. It's just full-on blown investigation, and we go right into the trial. And that's when you uncover all the mysteries. But, so, at least they waited for that, but, goddamn, that just... They really killed off my, like, 2 favorites, pretty much. It's Kurumi and Gunta for this game. They were, like, my favorites, but... I guess in Kurumi's case, I kind of get it, because it's like, she was just completely devoted to her being ultimate maid. Sorry, that was kind of a bad place to suck the rest of my chocolate milk, but, you know, in her sense, like, yeah, I guess if she has, like, a duty to you know, be the prime minister of Japan, yeah, you know, I probably wouldn't want to get caught up trying to, like, murder other people in a killing game. You know, I should probably get back to, like, my presidential duties, my prime minister duties. So, in a way, I can, you know, we can kind of glance over that one. And, like, same with Kaide's. Like, Kaide was just trying to stop the mastermind. So, it's like, I don't really fault them for those ones. And it's like, I almost don't even want to fault, like, you can't really fault Gunta for this one either. I mean, like, this murder is straight murder. He forgot. And it's like, it all just boils down to he plugged his headset in wrong. Like, his dumb little mistake screwed him.